So we're going to be showing how to do drop links on the E90 platform. Should work, these are the front ones, should work for the E90, E91, E92 and E93. So I've already got the car up, and the drop links are actually kind of hidden behind the shock a little bit. So they are there, you can see. And this one moves way too much, so we're changing them. So for the top of it, there is a nut here. And what you need to do is basically wire brush it all up. This is the number one thing. I've seen way too many drop links get rounded or like seized. Wire brush it up, spray it with penetrant, give it a bit, spray it again with penetrant, and then try and do it. Do that really clean so you can get a socket on there and clean the threads up so when it's winding out it has a nice easy path. And on the back side there is a place to counter hold it. So it's a 17mm at the back. These are the OEM ones, so it might differ if you've got some aftermarket drop links, but usually there's a way to counter hold them at the back. So have a look, clean that up as well, spray some penetrant from that side. There is a 17 on the back and this is a 16mm socket, and it's the same at the bottom. And the bottom one is down there. It's a bit awkward because you have to kind of do it blind on the back, but you can counter hold the front a lot easier, so it is doable. So let's wire brush it, put some penetrant on, and then start cracking it off. 16mm socket on there, and then you can sneak the spanner up the back, 17mm, and get it on there. It's a bit awkward, but you can get it on there. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my impact gun, but you can obviously just use a ratchet. You're just going to need to put a bit of leverage on it to get it broken off, and then once you are, just counter hold it, or you can even let it just jam itself up against this bracket and counter hold itself. But I'm going to take that one off, and then I'll show you the setup for the lower one. Okay, and on the bottom, as you can see, we've got a spanner holding it this side, a ratchet the other side, because obviously I can't get the gun in there, and we're just going to break it loose. And then I am going to use my electric ratchet just to wind it out because I'm lazy, but obviously the normal ratchet does absolutely fine there. You'll find that once you have the drop link nuts undone, it doesn't want to come out, and it almost looks like they're at a weird angle and they're stuck in there under tension, which they are. So what you need to do is increase the distance between the anti-roll bar itself and where the anti-roll bar drop link mounts to the shock at the top. So you can either wangle it out with a pry bar or hit it out, but you're going to need to sort this out for when you put the new one in anyway. So just jack up under the disc or off the hub, and you'll see that becomes straight now, whereas normally it's at an angle when you start, and then literally now it'll just come off in your hands like that. Always worth doing a side by side, just confirming you do indeed have the correct parts. So yeah, there we go, that is identical. And then, as I say, the OEM ones, you're gripping them at the back. That's where you're grabbing it, putting that 17mm spanner around, and then obviously turning off the nut. Whereas on this one, for instance, this Febby Bilstein part, you'd have flats there, which are 16mm, I think, so you can get the flats on there, or you can put a hex key in there, an Allen key. However, this is fine for installing. When you come to take them off, it's a bit of a nightmare, so you'll want to get across these if you've got this type. Don't trust this, because I mean, you could try it, but if they've been on more than a couple of months, they're going to have just round out and rusted solid. So yeah, it's always refreshing to see some actual sort of gripping there with a proper, like with a spanner or something. So let's go now, place these just real gently back in. Should go straight in as I've jacked it up, and then we'll just tighten it down. As you can see, I've got that back in position, the new one, so literally just put it in there, put it in the bottom, and then we're just going to wind the nut on, and I'm going to put an Allen key in here on a ratchet and have a spanner counter holding the nut and wind the Allen key in, and then when it gets close enough that it grips itself, you can just use a spanner to tighten it up that last little bit, or a deep socket. And easy as that, you have your nice shiny new drop link installed. And like I said, those Allen key bits are pretty useless. It pretty much rounded out as I was tightening it up. So yeah, we're going to have to use the flats when we come to remove them, but that's a problem for future me. What I like to do as well is, after like a couple of miles driving on them, just get back under the car and double check that they are still tight. Sometimes they can work their way loose as the weight goes on them. Just double check it, but you should be good. So if this video helped you, please subscribe to the channel, like it, leave a comment down below if this helped you. Thank you very much, thanks for watching, see you later.